Big out west of the Pecos howdies to folks east of the Hudson. Really big idea. High school students work, say, 10 hours a high school week on building small apartments for themselves in their town, and they're part of a program that they got an inside track if they move to other towns to moving into some of the same apartments. The apartments, I say, have to be made really well. Very soundproof, based on a small studio size version of the famous south of 14th Street urban housing projects that are associated with those who came over with the Statue of Liberty. If you, say, are west of the Pecos and you're not familiar with this architectural wonder of the United States, there are 6-story high, sometimes, apartments made as solid as millionaire houses are now. There's no reason why we can't do small, very well ventilated, super soundproof apartments that high school students can afford, get together with other people and afford with extra money to spare. Watch them as carefully and more carefully as we would perhaps, because we ostensibly would care about them in the community, than we would our county jails, which is one of the alternatives for some folks. So, really big idea. High school students are building these homes. Of course, they're working for free, but they're working on an inside track. They'll have a home to move into. It would be a big government program, and if done properly, it would be beyond cost effective, because it would be cheaper than jail and overseas wars, which so far has been the alternative. Okay, so then what are they going to do for a living once they get in these places? Some kind of understood economy, like these houses are understood, that they're good in the long run. And it's made attractive for the landlords and the contractors who get together and build these things. That they will be good for not just high school students. Lots of people might want to live in an economy where a 30-hour work week pays your rent for a place that is the size of a bedroom in, say, a 2-bedroom apartment. And it's got a full, very well ventilated bathroom. All the essentials are made well. And probably, I don't see why not, each one would have its own balcony. And they'd be built out of girders that would allow for vertical building easily 6 stories high, as the capacity to build and the capacity to occupy are fulfilled. Now, this is a long-range plan that creates an economy. And the sort of people who might fill these houses are the sort of people who can do well and help an economy be sustained by working that 30-hour work week, not being such a go-getter you're taking work away from other people, and then paying that rent, and then spending the rest of the economy money they got on the economy. These are the kind of people that are not going to be edging somebody out for the next credit approval, but they're going to be day in, day out, the pulsing reality that creates a vibrant human existence that is a reward for people who are good, who are in charge. That's the great big harvest, is seeing bunches of happy people. It's kind of like, well, it makes being in charge more like being a rock star instead of some kind of opportunistic huckster on the baser elements of human existence when it comes to popular culture. So, high school, small homes, 30 hours of work for a month's rent in a small studio, but really well made. You come home, you close the door, that place is yours. The design for such a place and the economics for such a place will be a big project for this whole year of 2021. Thanks, and Happy New Year. Newborn babies offer economists a target group whose high-end economic essentials are predictable. Where are the 5 and 3 for them to be? Babies, you can count on them for needing these things. And the 5 and 3, we remember them here as being food, clothing, shelter, freedom, the noun, and freedom, the verb. Good oil, good drugs, good arms. Newborn baby. Well, the doctor come in, the doctor said, I'm gonna give these children some shoveling bread. Meanwhile, the elite, top 1%, the rich, where are the 5 and 3 for them to be? These 5 essentials provided to all by the 3 key elements constitute our core economy. The big 5, food, clothing, shelter, freedom, noun, freedom, verb. The key 3, these elements, good oil, good drugs, good arms, protection. The elite, top 1%, the rich, where are the 5 and 3 for them to be? These 5 essentials, provided to all by the 3 key elements, constitute a core economy. Evening Mail, 021. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's just beautiful. It's like, yeah, okay. So back to what week? Now, like, what does that have to do with a 30-hour work week and your rent or anything? I mean, military bases provide very predictable impacts on the neighboring civilian economies. Military bases provide very predictable impacts on their neighboring civilian economies.